What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you watched my last video, you know that it has been a crazy couple months for me. I left my job at the beginning of the summer, and then my husband and I took off a few weeks to do some fun things and hang out with some friends and family. And then we picked up our whole lives and we moved to a new city so he could start his master's program. It has just been like a crazy whirlwind, and I feel like I'm just now kind of getting my feet back under me and getting into a routine, and things have just been like so crazy. So now I am back to focusing on my nursing career. I have so much to update you on. Actually, a bunch is going to start in the new year, and I'm kind of curious to see what you all think about my next step, but that is for a later video. Today I want to talk about updating my resume. It has been a while. I have not touched my resume since I graduated from nursing school, and obviously I have over a year of nursing under my belt, and I felt like now is a good time to revamp it because I'm in the market and I need to add in like all those new skills that I learned and all that great job experience that I have. And this time around, I feel so much less pressure applying for jobs, and that is like in a major part to the new tools that exist for like job applications and creating resumes and cover letters and all that stuff. So I use Beam Jobs to do my resume. I'll show you them in a second and like how they work and all their cool little features. But I feel like having an expert and using technology to create a resume has like lifted such a weight off my shoulders, because it's so hard to know like what should I include, like what are resume best practices, and I want to format my resume in a way that it is both eye-catching. If you watched my last video, you know that's important to me, but also it's formatted correctly and something that will be like picked up by the software that looks through resumes. So, and I'll show you a little bit more about that when I go through kind of the process. I'll show you the whole process on the website, how I pick out a resume and kind of what it looks like to edit within the platform and all the great things that come with using Beam Jobs. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. We have so many exciting things happening. Let's jump into the resume. I'm gonna head on over to beamjobs.com. My resume used to take me forever to do. I dreaded applying to jobs because I knew that starting a resume, and God forbid a cover letter, was gonna take me like hours, if not days. And this tool uses AI, which like I really feel like is the future, at least for helping us get these tasks that we don't want to do anymore done fit quickly and well. But they have a bunch of templates that you can use, and their templates range from just like pure vibes. You can go with the format that you like, something that stands out to you. It has the right sections, you know, whatever piques your fancy. Or you can create your very own, or they even have things kind of customized by level of experience. So if you are a senior level person looking for a job, you can look at one set of templates. And if you are a new grad nurse and you're looking for your first job, they have some templates that might be good for you as an entry-level person, because you have different things and different needs. Another thing I love is that they have resumes by role. So for all my nursing girlies out there, you don't have to look at templates that are for account managers and software engineers and try to figure out how that fits for us. They have templates that work for you. And one of the reasons I'm redoing my resume is because of this applicant tracking system that they talk about in one of their little tips. I love my resume, but I'm afraid that without having like a professional look at it, there might be something wrong with the formatting that's getting me kind of caught up in a hospital tracking system, because hospitals are going to have to filter through a lot of resumes, and I just don't want to accidentally get disqualified because my resume doesn't fit some sort of criteria. So I feel like this is a great way to ensure that you are being compliant. If you check out the link in the description or in that pinned comment at the top, you will find this page where you can find resumes that are specific to nursing. So whether you are a new grad or a seasoned nurse or a travel nurse or whatever, they have something for you. And you can take a look through all of their little templates and see what feels best. They have tips and tricks all along the way, just like I showed you on that first page. And I think I'm gonna go plain Jane, a nice professional vibe with this template right here. Be sure to check out all their other nursing templates. So here I am choosing professional. I want to choose an industry example, nursing, because let's get as far ahead as we can from the start. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and fill some of the stuff in. It is unbelievably easy. I'm adding BSN here because we already have registered nurse. I'm not gonna do the contact info right now because you guys don't need my phone number. And then I'll just show you how easy it is to edit these. So you highlight your section, you put in all your information. Along the way, it'll give you little tips for things you can put in these bullet points. And even if it's not your specific job, they can give you some suggestions just on how to format your bullet points so you are doing them the best that you can. So this is my resume. I filled it in a little more thoroughly. And as you can see, I have my last job, and then also I come from an advertising background. So I included that on my resume. It is work experience that I've had. And you'll notice that I have tried to put in some skills from that advertising agency that can be translated over to nursing. So establish a trusting relationship between clients and the agency. So just because you did come from a nursing background doesn't mean you don't have skills that can be used in that profession. So I just kind of went through those and added as much as I can. I put in my education. I have 2 bachelor's degrees, so I want to make sure they know I'm a scholarly gal. And then this is a great section down here for skills and certifications. Make sure you're looking at your job descriptions and seeing in the posting like what kinds of things they're looking for. Almost always they'll have like a preferred skills section, or they like list what the role entails. And this is a great place on your resume to hit the types of things that you already know how to do. So when they are thinking about you in this role, they know that you've hit some of those qualifications that they have listed. And then at the end, we're all licensed, and we should have our list of all of our current up-to-date licenses in there so they know if we can work in that state or not. Now that my resume is complete, I'm just going to see where I can make some improvements. So I think the hardest one for me is quantifying my impact, because I think as a nurse, quantifying your work can be a little bit harder than some other jobs because we aren't impacting things like revenue or, company growth. But there are certain places that you should be sure to make sure to add some more quantifying aspects. For example, I know I delivered over 100 babies in my first year as a labor and delivery nurse. So I've included that very specific number because I want someone who's looking at my resume to know that not only was I a labor and delivery nurse for a year, but I delivered over 100 babies, which gives them a little bit of a better picture of my experience when up against maybe someone who was a labor and delivery nurse for a year, but they were at a smaller hospital, so maybe they only delivered 20 babies. You just never know, but it kind of gives them a broader picture. It'll also help you avoid filler words, so you don't want to just like fill up the sentences with things that don't mean anything. And I love that they give you examples of strong action words to be using in your sentences. It's never going to be perfect. I think using words like performed might be fine because that is what I did as a nurse. But that's the beautiful thing about this tool is it gets you, 99% of the way, and then you just kind of customize that last 1% to you and your job and your profession. And tips like this about how many words a resume should contain is not something I ever knew. I always just considered, 1 page, no more than that, and then you're good. But there are just things that you want to be thinking about that you might not know otherwise, which is why this tool, I feel like, has gotten me so far. Obviously, that wasn't my whole resume. I don't want to put all my information out there for obvious reasons, but I hope that gave you a really good idea of the tool and how to use it and some amazing features that they offer so you can build your best resume. Another life-saving part of Beam Jobs is they will generate a cover letter for you. So complete your resume, and then if you come across a job posting and they require a cover letter and you're like, ugh, I don't want to spend days writing it, you already have your resume on Beam Jobs. All you have to do is go to their cover letter generator, add in the job posting, and they will take your resume and the job posting and create you a cover letter. I always recommend going through those generated cover letters and giving them kind of your own little flair just to make sure it sounds like you and it is all authentic, because a computer only knows you so much. But getting you like 99% of the way there is so incredible, and I think it's amazing that they use the job posting in order to write it, because they're gonna pick up like keywords and things that this employer is looking for and use your own experience to highlight that in order to present you as the best candidate. Please put all of your resume tips, tricks, advice, questions all in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.